Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be joining us from the sideline. So here's Miami's starting group. Woodson is out there with Mitchell. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Ware in at the 5. And for Charlotte, we've got Ball. Williams is out there with Durham. Then there's Z, and it's Harden in at the 3 spot. And this season's still very young. Greg, what are you looking forward to this year?
Oh, well, Kevin, I'm always interested in the rookies, seeing which guys step up. The leap to the NBA can be a huge one, so you never know what will happen with some of these young players.
Here's Z. And there's the block. Just stops it cold and takes possession. That's tipped. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Charlotte ball.
On the wing, Harden. Here's Z. What a tremendous game he played against New York. Just 5 on the clock. To the paint. Here's Williams. And it's Williams finishing it off.
And, guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now, here's Mitchell. Coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. And it's Woodson missing. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Hornets. This, of course, their first chance to play Miami this season.
And they rolled over this team last season, beating them every time they faced off.
Yeah, these teams were in 2 completely different categories last year, but hopefully the season series this year is much more competitive.
Harden can't hit. Now, let's go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Charles Lee.
I asked Coach about facing off against Bam Adebayo, and he told me the dangerous thing about Bam is his versatility. He's able to play different roles for his team depending on the matchup, and that versatility makes it difficult to game plan against him. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. Here's Z. Following the basket by Bam Adebayo. Z the pass to Duren. And Duren slams it in.
The physical play by Duren at the rim, which doesn't allow much room for interference.
Pass to Woodson. Throws it up high. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Ball, the pass to Z. Down low. Williams in the post. Can't connect from short range.
I mean, come on, that's a shot you expect him to make.
Mitchell feeling it out a bit. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And, Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And, Kevin, well-deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street named after him.
Ball with the bucket.
And he's really a smart offensive player. You have to respect Ball's strong sense for when to take that jumper.
Here's Woodson. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Here's Adebayo. Great defense that time from Duren.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
Pass the ball. Charlotte moving it around. Pass to Z. And Harden now, top of the key. Here's Duren. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
Well, positioning and size win during the offensive rebound, which he then cashes in on.
Z the pass the ball to the inside. slams it in.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Here's Woodson following the bucket by the Hornets. To the middle. Ware, good. Ware's got 6 points.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
See the pass the ball. Good work there as it goes.
The graceful touch on the floater. Ball making it look easy.
Now the pass to Woodson. Off target with his 3. Hornets leading by 4. Here's Z. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul. First team
And a
foul.
chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And I've really liked how they've moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
Duran against Hawkhead. Mitchell kicks to Adebayo. It's rebounded by Charlotte. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, and in that game, you see how they built out this roster, acquiring role players who can step up when needed.
Yeah, and they got contributions from everyone in that game. The whole rotation got involved in the score.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Charlotte shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team. So you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
Both free throws good from Z. And here are the Heat now, trailing by 10. Inside, here's Ball. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And the first time out of the game called for the Heat. One thing about LaMelo Ball, he can really take over at times, Greg, when he's healthy and playing well.
And a lot of that is just his feel for the game. He processes quickly and then has the talent to execute. It's pretty hard to stop him when he's in the flow.
Pass to Woodson. And there's a whistle that goes on Z. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Adebayo down low. Duran's on him.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Here's Z. Shot clock at 5. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. Williams can't hit. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Miami Heat. It's a 10-point game. Pass to Adebayo. Rebound by Williams.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
5 of 5 to start. I think he's in the zone.
Last outing for Miami, it was a loss to Houston. Down low, here's Ware. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. Ware's got 10 points.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
See the pass to Harden. Puts it up from 7. Outside, Ball. Over Mitchell, and Charlotte again with the bucket.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
Hornets foul. LaMelo Ball. First personal foul. Second team
The
foul.
Heat shooting their first free throws here for the night.
The line for the
And
Heat.
they shot 81% from the line last season as a team. So you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
He's off on the first. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Nurkic checked in for Williams. Bol comes in for Duran. Bridges, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Brandon Miller in for Z. Hornets leading by 11. Passes to Miller. Wiggins against Bridges. He kicks it to Bol. Miller surveying the floor. Just 5 to shoot. No good on the triple.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Mitchell in the corner. Launches it. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Mitchell's got it back down to single digits for the Heat. Here's Ball. Here's Nurkic. Lays it up off the glass.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Heat have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Mitchell against Ball. The pass to Wagner. Great D that time from Nurkic. Charlotte's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Pass to Ball. Back to Miller. Fires it up. It's hauled in by the Heat. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, you know they wanted a few of those plays back. What a tough way to go out in that one.
Yeah, it's often a game of very slim margins, and those close losses somehow sting even more.
Now, Hero. And in that game with Houston, he did not play well.
Yeah, classic block out. You love to see that. Taking care of the defensive glass.
Ball finds Bridges. Ball. It's good on the putback. And the Hornets lead by 12.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
Yeah, and until the defense makes an adjustment, there's no reason to go away from what they're doing.
And this guy is a gamer. Hero embraces any chance he can to draw a foul while taking a shot.
For Miami, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. And he knocks down the first one.
Well, what you have to love about Hero is how confident he is. Some of the shots he takes and makes demonstrate that to a T.
And the Hornets making a change here. Pickett's checked in. And Hero drops them both.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Pass to Miller.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Now, here's Bridges. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Yeah, second chance points, a huge issue right now. They're getting steamrolled inside.
Hero finds Mitchell. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
And you don't
Team
ever
foul.
want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Miami shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
2 shots.
The first one falls. That one is no good. Charlotte leading by 11. 1:30 left in the first quarter. Drives to the hoop. Out to Bridges for three. Good on the three-point shot. Bridges has got 5 points so far.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
Hero passes to Wiggins. On the wing, Mitchell. He has 5. Passes it to Jovic. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal swing.
They need to start taking care of the basketball. Careless play since the opening tip.
And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. They lead by 14. Miller outside. To the left side wing. Salon, and he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Brandon off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Here's Hero. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Well, everyone views Hero as a shooter, but he is also a terrific finisher.
Now, here's Bridges. He's guarded closely. Yep, that one goes in there. He's got 7.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Hero against Miller. Outside, Hero. Jacks up a 3. The shot will not fall. LaMelo Ball getting it done for Charlotte. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And the Hornets have been rolling right along, haven't they?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Well, their defense was incredible. Wreaking havoc and coming up with steals left and right. Just a tremendous effort.
On the floor for Miami, we've got Jaime Jaquez. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Tyler Hero. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Ware in at the center, filling out the middle. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. Z in that last game against New York was outstanding. He scored 54 points, and his passing was incredible with all of those assists. He ended up with a stat line he's no doubt proud of, and I'm sure he wants to replicate it again. Kevin?
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
And so it's Charlotte with it. Following the miss by Andrew Wiggins. Charlotte moving it around. Here's Z. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists in the game. Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that. But Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
Perfect timing by Durant, making sure he finishes strong.
The Heat trail by 19. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Jaquez bounce pass. Wiggins left side. And it's good off the glass. Wiggins has got his first bucket in this one.
Making his size a factor. Wiggins does work in the paint.
Harden gets the bucket. And the Hornets lead by 19. The Heat have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. The pass to Adebayo. Here's Ware. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Ware's got 12.
And what a dime from Bam. He's really skilled at looking for and finding his teammate.
Pass to Z. Four on the clock. Back to Harden. Fires for three. The Hornets keeping it alive. The new 14. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. And when you take a look at Jalen Duren, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league.
Woodson's checked in for Wiggins. There has been, Coach, a lot of talk about how players today are better than ever before. Do you agree with that?
Well, absolutely. Isn't that the way evolution works,
right?
Kevin? They're bigger, stronger, faster, but everyone builds on the players who came before them, and the guys today would not be where they are without the guys before who laid the foundation for it.
Let's take a moment to look at the 2K leaderboard and see last year's high-scoring teams. The Hornets, number one.
Yeah, number one in the league in terms of points per game a season ago. They play as a team, just really unselfish in terms of their brand of basketball.
To the paint. Here's Woodson. And it's Miami with another.
Oh, great job moving the rock by Hero. Not a ball stopper. Tyler is a team player.
Here's Z. Those three-pointers off the mark. The Heat trail by 18. And there's a whistle. That goes on Z. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Here's Hero. He has 6. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. To the right side. Shot clock at 5. Here's Woodson. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Z can't get it to go.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Woodson. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Houston. Pass to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Well, that's on the defense there. You can't let Bam get prime-time positioning inside.
Ball, the pass to Z. From beyond the arc. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 4th assist in this one. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for Miami. Trailing by 19. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That'll be the first of 4 played at home for them. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Harden. Jammed by Harden.
All the 2 loud points.
The Heat trail by 21. Here's Woodson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. First free throw is good. Williams, he's checked in for Charlotte. Hornets leading by 19 points. Passes it to Z. Lets it go with the three. Rebound by the Heat. On the wing, Hawkins. Harden right side. It's tipped. And that'll be Charlotte as it goes out of bounds. Hornets retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Over the taller defender. This is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
Yeah, you get a little more space out there to operate, and that helps him find the room he needs.
Timeout called, the Heat.
And they've been very loose with the ball here. They haven't been as patient, forcing things a bit, which has led to turnovers. They need to just slow down and relax.
All right, a chance to check out some stats for Ball. Last season, he played outstanding. He put up about 15 points a game last season, 7 assists and 4 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, he gives you something to build around night after night. Reliability is huge in this league.
So it's the Hornets now. After Tyler Hero's miss. Harden the pass to Williams. Here's Z. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
He dishes it to Williams. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Woodson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And we have so many great players in this NBA. I mean, every night, from top to bottom, each roster, there's so many great players. But in your opinion, who is the toughest to game plan against?
Wow, that is a tough question because there's so many of them where there's no good answers. You know, let's take Jokic, for example. If you play him one-on-one, he's going to score virtually every time. If you come in, double team him, send the second defender, he's going to make the right pass all the time. There's no way to absolutely stop him. You just do the best you can to limit their team.
The great ones always have answers, don't they, Stan?
If they didn't, Kevin, they wouldn't be the great ones.
That's right. They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Z offline with his 3. Heat have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we all know about what Heat culture means. Bam Adebayo says we share the ball, play together, and we know where the shots are going to come from. We're just blessed to have a team like this. Everybody buys in, everybody competes, and everybody wants to get the job done. Kevin, back to you.
They've got great chemistry. Thanks, David. Miami with the ball after the three-pointer from Z. Cloak loose.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
The offensive rebound. No good. Heat have gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. And stolen by Miller. Down low. Williams finds Miller. Here's Bridges. He's defended by Wagner. And the shot goes down.
Not only a jump shooter, Bridges is also dependable at knowing how to get it done inside.
And there's the pass to Woodson. And the layup is good. Woodson's got 7 now in this quarter.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
Here's Z. He's got 15. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Miller in the corner. Shoots over Hawkins. Miller, no what?
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Ball against Hero. To the middle. Here's Hackett. Good D by Miller. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Here's C. At 3 off the mark. The Heat have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter. Just under 50% shooting. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
And a brief check of the stats for Williams. He's coming off an excellent season. First in shooting percentage. And a top 15 ranking in blocks per game. Supplying that backline protection that is so key to a great defense.
And last year, he really was the poster boy for scoring efficiency. You can count on one hand the number of bad shots he took.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Pass to Woodson. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Williams has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
2 minutes remaining in the face.
Outside,
Two
Ball.
minutes.
Shoots over Hero, and Ball gets it to go on the assist from Bridges.
And we've come to expect big things from LaMelo offensively. He loves to attack you on that end.
Pass to Jovic. There's 1:40 left in the first half. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. One thing this team likes about Miles Bridges, Greg, he plays a lot. He's always there.
And Kevin, on a couple occasions, Bridges has been near the top in minutes played. He's got that strong 6'7" frame, and it holds up well over the season.
Can they get it? Jaquez finds Wagner. Over Williams. And it's Wagner missing. Charlotte's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Here's Woodson. He's got 7. Hero on the wing. He's covered by Ball. Shot's good by Hero.
And how about Hero's body control, capable of still scoring even when the defense ups the ante in terms of physicality.
And stolen by Wagner. 29 seconds left to play here in the half. Jovic passes to Hero. Good ball movement here by Miami. Shoots it up. Jovic, no good.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Miller, no luck. Jaquez outside. Just 3 on the clock. And so it's Charlotte leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. We've seen Z really having a great game.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one?
Well, he's already put in a full day's work. They might want to lighten the load on him in the second half.
Harden out there with Jalen Durham. Then there's LaMelo Ball. Then there's Miles Bridges. And Z at point guard. So that's the Hornets 5.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Got a piece of it. And again, Charlotte running the court in transition. Z, good. Z's got 20 points.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Yeah, they have made the most of their transition chances.
Here's Woodson. Passes to Hero. Clock at 4. Goes up on the wing. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Here's Z. Covered by Mitchell. Here's Duren. And that one drops. Duren's got 15 points.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball.
Don't take your eyes off Bam. When he comes off the floor, he gets up and the slams are just too good to miss.
Here's Z. He's got 20. Not really his range, and it's off target. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Woodson. From 13 feet, it goes down. 9 points in the game so far.
Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
Here's Z. That one, no good. Great D that time from Hero. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Miami. And the pass to Hero. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Misses the jumper. To the inside. Here's Z. In the corner, it's Duren. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Duren's got 6 in the quarter.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Ball, the pass to Z. From outside, off the mark.
Well, he had a great first half from three-point range, but hasn't quite gotten his touchback since the break.
Here's Woodson. He's covered by Ball. Where? Good.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Z, the pass to Harden. Here's Z. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Back to Harden. Over Woodson. Harden's shot is off. The Heat have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. And that one's good, Woodson. Woodson's got 11 points.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
And he can carry a team. We've seen it from Ball before, and we're seeing it again.
Now, Hero. 8 points for him. Mitchell kicks to Hero. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, I loved being around the game. And so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball and I couldn't hit one. So that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way. So if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story.
Well, look, it seems like every time Jalen Duren is on the floor, he's looking to outdo himself, to raise his own standards as a player. I really like that about him.
Here's Woodson. He's got 11. And it's James Harden with the rebound. To the left wing. It's a nice pass in here by Charlotte. Here's Pickett, covered by Mitchell. Here's Duren. Goes back up. And Adebayo sends it back.
Well, Adebayo's a little undersized at the center spot, but he can give you some shot blocking.
Mitchell with it. Duren picks him up. Wiggins outside. And the layup's good off the glass. Wiggins has got his second bucket of the night.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Pass to Bull. Here's Salon. Pass to Pickett. From 18 feet away. And it's Woodson with the rebound. The Heat have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Passes it to Wiggins. Mitchell outside. Back to Wiggins. The Hornets pull it in. Salon's got his 4th rebound in this one. The pass to Pickett. Now Bull. Pass to Pickett. Shoots. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Pickett's got his first bucket of the night. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Miami Heat. Pass to Ware. Inside. Wiggins. It's rebounded by Salon. Salon's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home right there. Mitchell outside. Wiggins outside. Pass to Woodson. And here's Adebayo outside. The rebound by Harden. Harden's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Well, we're used to the stretch big men these days, Stan. That's not Bam Adebayo's game, though. How is he still effective?
Well, Kevin, Bam is a highly skilled big in his own right. He just doesn't have the three-point shot. But he's got the ball handling, he's got the passing, and he's got the mid-range jumper, and he puts those things together into a very effective package.
He has a good handle, doesn't he?
He's got a great handle. Well, Adebayo never shies away from contact. He's so aggressive and forces the defense's hand.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard and now arguably a top 25 player.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Duren, and Miller's subbed in for James Harden. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
Yeah, you look at the different ways Bam Adebayo can impact the game. He's a player everyone wants on their team.
And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Wiggins finds Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Mitchell.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Pass to Salon. Now the pass to Pickett. Over Mitchell. Here's Salon. They shoot again. Miami grabs the miss. Adebayo's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple, but I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
Certainly, D.A. is a two-way threat.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Wiggins outside. Over Miller. And he overshot that one, missing. Charlotte has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime.
And not just the score, Miller can dish it as well, showing great vision on that play.
Wiggins surveying the
2
floor.
minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Kicks it to Mitchell. 1:53 left to play here in the third. Misses the 3. The Hornets on offense. They're on a 17-7 run. Here's Salon. Jaquez defending. And Salon gets it to go.
They are just killing them on the interior.
For Miami, they've gone 7 for 16 in the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. And that's a foul called on Bol. That's his third foul of the game. Z's checked in for Charlotte. Heat also with the sub. Nikola Jovic is checked in for Adebayo. .121 left in the third quarter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
Well, he's such a hard-nosed player. Jaquez is always ready for battle.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Charlotte?
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And we also got to highlight how lackluster the opposition has been in terms of boxing out. This team is flat out bullying them on the offensive glass.
Good on the second free throw.
Well, he's just an old-school kind of player. The footwork and patience Jaquez Jr. possesses is unique.
Here's Z. He's got 20. And, yes, it's good.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Miami Heat. Puts it up. And Bol pulls it down. Bol's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Wiggins outside. Miami no good on that time either. Charlotte has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Z. He's got 22. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Miller in the corner. And a miss there on the triple. Mitchell outside. Offline. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. And we'll be back with you shortly. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, that is what coaches want from their point guards. Set others up, play the game the right way.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for the Heat, they've got Smith, also Terry Rozier out there, and it's Anderson in at the 4. Here's Bridges, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
Greg, a lot of parity around the NBA. You think fans like that?
It's a great question, Kevin. And there are trade-offs, but as a league, you've got to foster competition and live with the results. And the reality is, doesn't it feel better when there are more teams that have a legitimate chance to win it all?
Substitution
for Smith. Hero on the wing, looking to end his cold spell. Ware passes to Hero. There's the 3. Trains it from beyond the arc.
Well, that's the danger of giving Hero a look from deep.
Here's Z. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Z's got 25 points in the game. Outside, Hero. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Well, he's more than just a shooter. Hero can run offense, a solid ball handling option.
3 attempt offline from Z. The Heat have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Hero passes to Woodson. Knocked loose. Bridges against Jaquez. Bridges shot. Good.
A dangerous score from just about every area. Bridges very good at capitalizing in a number of ways.
Here's Jaquez. Outside, Hero. And it's Miami with another.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
The Heat have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And Ball sends it back.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Charlotte's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And he comes up with the deuce.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like a Greg for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. Here's Z. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Z's got 10 points here in the second half.
Look, in that first half, he was hot from beyond the arc. And that's now his second in this half. And that's his fourth. Getting into the danger area now. He's going to have to be a little more cautious down the stretch.
And the Hornets making a change here. Pickett's checked in. Jaquez against Bridges. Jaquez the pass to Woodson. Afraid we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
And Miami has possession after the basket by Charlotte, and it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. And here's the upcoming schedule now for the Miami Heat. On Saturday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic. And then on Wednesday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the Boston Celtics.
And that game against Brooklyn, it's a good checkpoint to see how they fare. It's the 5th contest on the year for them and a chance to evaluate where they stand.
Jaquez against Bridges. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Here's Z. Charlotte moving it around. Releases. It's hauled in by Hero. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Pass to Jaquez. And he goes in for the dunk.
Well, he is a gifted attacker. When Jaquez Jr. gets this kind of opening, you know what happens next.
Here's Z. No good with the triple. Outside, Hero. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here.
Well, he's been able to find points, just not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
Passes it to Bull. Here's Z. To the middle. And another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammate.
Hero, that's a two-pointer, and it's Miami with another.
Well, this is why the defense has to be up on Hero. His jump shot is a real weapon.
He tries for three. Z can't get it to go. The Heat have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. Woodson passes to Ware. Out to the right wing. Here's Hero. Offline from the high post. Charlotte has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Here's Z. Can't hit from in close. So, Stan, I've been wondering about these different approaches. The development system for youth basketball is vastly different in the U.S. than in Europe. Which do you think is best?
Well, I think in terms of developing skills, Kevin, we've seen it. The European players of all sizes have very well-rounded games skill-wise. They do a lot of work on a daily basis developing those skills, whereas in the U.S., our young guys play a lot of games in the AAU system. Skill development not as strong, but they do learn to compete on an everyday basis.
Both free throws good from Z.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Mitchell passes to Jovic. There's the double team with Bull. Out to the wing. Here's the three. Sinks the three-pointer. Jovic has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, that kind of vision is exactly what they need out of Jaquez.
Here's Z, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Here's Wiggins. Fires from deep. And the Heat, another 3.
He was scuffling with his shot in the first half, but since the break, he's been putting it all together.
Z, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Mitchell with it. Pass to Wagner. Shoots over Nurkic, and there's Wagner on the assist by Mitchell.
Assist goes to
Mitchell's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Salon. To the inside. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Great pass to hit him in stride. Love to see teammates in sync with each other.
Mitchell dishes to Wiggins. There's the pass to Jovic. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And stolen by Wagner. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
And here is Mitchell after the three-pointer from Z. Mitchell finds Jaquez. And here's Wiggins. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now that's 11 points for Andrew Wiggins.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Here's Z. No good from outside. Miami's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Pass to Jaquez. Passes it to Wagner. Shoots over Nurkic. And it's Wagner missing. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
And Miami shooting 43% from the floor. Easton, we've exported so much corporate basketball knowledge overseas. Remember when Fratello and you and your brother Jeff would go over there and have these clinics and teach the coaches the game. And they've taken that knowledge clearly and run with it.
No, I think that definitely happened when those guys went over. I think now it's sort of going the other way in large part. I know that all of us in the league now study what the great coaches in Europe are doing, and there's a lot of them, and the game is different, but they incorporate a lot of different concepts. I don't know a staff in the league that isn't spending a lot of time studying the international game.
Now Mitchell after the missed 3 from Z, and there's a whistle that goes on Z. That will be foul number 5 on him. And the Heat making a change here. Woodson's checked in. Mitchell passes to Woodson. Back to Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Jovic. Again, the miss by the Heat.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
To the paint, here's Pickett. Another possession, another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Hornets.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Z.
Well, what an unselfish display from him tonight. Sharing the ball, creating for others, just beautiful basketball.
Here's Pickett, following the score by Miami. Three-pointer on the way. Andrew Wiggins pulls it in. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Step-back shot. Knocks it loose. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
Into the lineup for the Heat, Jamie Hawkins.
Here's Woodson. On the wing, Hawkins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The pass to Jovic. A three-pointer off the mark. Puts up a deep three. Can't connect. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that'll do it, folks. So now for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and David Aldridge.